then I realized that there's a difference between praying about your husband and praying for your husband. And so God said to me, rather than complain, because that's all you are doing, whining, murmuring, and grumbling. But when he asks you, will you marry me? You say yes. So now it's me that gave you the husband. When are you going to stop grumbling and murmuring in my ear and start telling me what you want to see? And so I started praying for him. I became intentional about calling the things I wanted to see. So rather than saying, God, I don't like the fact that he's so messy, I would say my husband is very organized. And I would declare over him. And I would look for scriptures that Moses was this. I called out Moses, Abraham, everybody. I called everybody out of my husband. I was very intentional. Even things like self-control, even things like he will learn to dwell with me with understanding so that his prayers will not be hindered. I learned to pray. And that's one of the easiest ways. You know another reason why prayer is so important? Because whether you like it or not, men are not externally motivated. You may learn this the hard way, but let me save you the years of struggle. Men are not externally motivated. That's why the Bible says that the heart of the king is in God's hands. Because it's God that controls him. This thing is decoration. It's for balance. It's not for hearing. Men, the one men have. No, it's not. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. This thing is for balance. It's not for hearing. Men don't hear from here. Men hear from here. So the more you nag, the more this thing doesn't work. So what you do is you go to God and you tell God what you want to see, and then God starts to stir it within him. Then he will come to you and tell you, you know, the other day I was just praying, I feel like I should start doing this. And your mind, the first thing you want to say is, I don't understand. Something that be there. No. You'll be very gracious because you and God have had a conversation. What you say to him now is that he's such a wise man, which is why you trust his leadership. So you say to him, you're such a wise man. This is why I love you and I trust your leadership. Who would have come up with this idea? Only you. And you walk away with wisdom. So, in closing, please remember, it starts with identity, but it ends with legacy. Who you are is important, but what you leave behind for your children to become is almost more important. Were you blessed?